Hello mathematicians. So today there's actually two math videos. It's kind of confusing. So I hope you're watching this one first. The first one is with Miss Tracy and the second one is just like a computer screen with someone talking. It's like an extra focus on the concept, the main part of that lesson, lesson 5 for module 5. Also for that one, it says you need some straws, but you don't need straws. You can use any manipulative you want to help you count. We use straws for our daily counting, so that's why the example is straws, but you could use coins or Cheerios or cotton balls or Legos or anything you need. You just need 20 of them. So you can make a group of 10 and then add ones to it, which is the main focus that we've been working on pretty much all week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today also 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, building up from 10, adding 10 and more. So let's get started. So this is just a few activities, and after you're done watching this one, you can watch the second one, and then you can do your problem set pages. So it's kind of 3 parts. Miss Tracy's video, computer screen video, problem set today. Okay, awesome. So let's get started. So yesterday on Thursday, we did this activity with the 6 cards scrambled up. So today we are doing the 7 cards scrambled up. So I'm telling you the total right away. Every card you know is going to be 7. Before when we did this, I tried to kind of trick you, guess you, didn't tell you what it was, so you had to count and figure it out. All of these cards are 7 because the point is not for you to practice counting to 7. I know we all know how to count to 7. Today's practice is, what do we see to make 7? How did we get to 7? Did we see 3 and 4 make 7? Did we see 2 and 5? Did we see 6 and 1? So it's using our brain and kind of moving around the dots with our imagination and our creation and getting to that number 7. So we'll do a couple just visually and then I'll draw some out. Same thing we did yesterday with 6. So here's a 7 card. And in your mind, how would you break that up? What way would you do? Would you do the outside ones and the middle one? Would you do one side and one side? So I'm not sure. This one's a tricky one to me. I would maybe do 6 and 1, like these and then that one. Or maybe I would do 4 and 3. That makes the most sense to me. What makes sense to you? What did you see when you looked at this card to make 7? Because remember, they all make 7, but different ways to get there. So let's say 4 and 3. Okay, let's look at another one. Oh, so this one is much more obvious, clear, I like to say. I bet we would all think the same thing. 4 on the top, 3 on the bottom. All together, that makes 7. Thumbs up if you see the same thing as Miss Tracy. Cool. A lot of you do. Awesome. Okay, let's see what the next 7 card is. Oh, okay. So what do we see here? We could turn it this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. The value never changes if we're moving it around. I like it this way. So in my mind, I'm going to do the tall part all together, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do the bottom 2, kind of like the stand, it looks like to me, together. So that's 2, 1, 2. So this way is 5 and 2 make 7. Does anybody else see 5 and 2? Cool. Maybe you see something different. Maybe you see all of them together. 7 and 0 make 7. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, now this is kind of a crazy shape. So let's take a second to think about it and figure out what we see. Okay, I see this whole group together. And that whole group together is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I see 6, and then this one all by itself, 1. I see 6 and 1. Makes 7. Okay. Oh, here's the one that kind of reminds us of toothbrush. So I'm going to go with this one super quick. 5 and 2. 5 on the top, 2 on the bottom. 5 and 2 makes 7. Now, these ones are in the protective bag, so I'll circle them. And let's see who agrees with Miss Tracy's circle. Or maybe they see something different. We did it 2 ways yesterday. Now, the first one to me is a pretty clear one. I think that one looks pretty obvious. I'm going to circle the top group of 4, and then we have the bottom group of 3. 4 and 3 make 7. Yeah, I think a lot of people, and remember we could do it any way, and it still is the same thing. I think a lot of people would see that. Now 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom still makes 7. Okay, let's try this one. I think it's the same. 4 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Another way to make 7. And let's do our last one. Everybody look. What do you think? Miss Tracy's gonna do a group of 5 and a group of 2. 5 and 2 make 7. 4 and 3 make 7. So let's just really quickly, like we did yesterday after we did our 6 cards, is we just practice saying all of our 7 facts, starting from 0, going all the way to 7. These are all the different ways up and down that we can make 7. So 0 and 7 make 7. And remember, when we say and make, that's the same as saying plus and equals. So I could say 7 and 0 makes 7, or I could say 7 plus 0 equals 7. So 7 plus 0 equals 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7. What's next? Who knows? 2 plus 5 equals 7. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 5 plus 2 equals 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7. 7 plus 0 equals 7. So good job if you were able to say all those 7 facts. Awesome work. Okay, so you need your template packet today. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video. So if you don't have it, go grab it and come right back, pause the video. So today's, remember there is an extra one from yesterday. So if you didn't do that, just rip it off. It looks very similar, so try not to get tricked. So this one in the top left corner should say Lesson 5, because today we're working on Lesson 5, Fluency Template 2, okay? And it's page 79, okay? And we do these ones all together. And I'm gonna use my red marker because I think it's easy for you guys to see. And I'm gonna scooch the board a little bit closer so you guys can really see the work. So for this one, it says same thing as the template from yesterday, which is why it looks so confusing. It's so similar. It says circle sets of 10, because that's what we've been working on, and tell how many. So we have to use our language that we've been working on. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One set of 10, right? 10 ones, okay? Now this one I'm gonna count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So one set of 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is one set of 10 ones and 1. 10, 1. 10 ones and 1, 1. Okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do the whole top row. 10, 4. Remember, there's 2 different ways we can say that. 10, 4 or 10 ones and 4 ones. It means the same thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. 10, 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this one's kind of an interesting shape that I made there. Looks like a submarine maybe. So 10, 4, or 10 ones and 4 ones. So I'm up to the lightning bolts. Hopefully you're keeping along with me. I'm not trying to go too fast, not too slow, but work at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, we're circling groups of 10, 10, 3. 10 ones and 3 ones. Now I'm on to the cylinders, the last one in the first column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So even Miss Tracy, these pictures are not ones where you can always look at it and know the answer right away. Circle the group of 10 right away. You have to count probably, and it's okay. That's what math is all about. So 10, 1. 10 ones and 1 1. Okay, so I'm going to come up and start the moon side now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, one group of 10, 10 ones. Ten ones and 2 ones. Oh. Ah, our first double 10. 2 10s, right? 10 ones, 10 ones. That makes 2 10s, which is the same as saying 2 times 10 is 20, right? Skip counting. 10, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's not 2 10s. That's 10 ones and 8 ones. 10, 8. I think that was our biggest one, except for the 2 10s so far. Okay, here's another group of 10. 10 ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. 10, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the whole bottom white row is 10s, if you want to do it that way. But then how many are on the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 7. 10 ones and 7 ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 8. 10 ones and 8 ones. And we have last 2 hearts and triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That circle is a tricky one. Remember, if we're counting in circles, you should definitely use a little mark so you don't lose your place and count over and over and over and over in the circle. 10, 4, 10 ones and 4 ones, and 4, 8. And 2 is 10. 2, oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 10s. So the bottom one is another example of 2 10s. 10, 20. Okay, so awesome job. If you're not quite done figuring out your template, that's okay. Keep working on it. I'm just going to scooch the board back. And we just have a couple more things to do. We're going to practice our say 10 counting, just like we did with that on the Reck and Rick. So I'm going to slide the 10 over, because we don't need to practice counting to 10. We're counting past 10, understanding the value that makes teen numbers. So 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10, 10. So that's exactly what we did there. And remember, it's important to understand that 10, 1 is 11. 10, 2 is 12. 10, 3 is 13. 10, 4 is 14. 10, 5 is 15. 10, 6 is 16. 10, 7 is 17. 10, 8 is 18. 10, 9 is 19. 10, 10 is 20. Great, okay? We just have our word problem story, like all the other ones we did this week about collecting sticks, and the gingerbread man with the sprinkles, and the kickball and the handball story. Kids were playing kickball and handball. All of those use the idea of 10 and figuring out more. So today is a story about a flute. So if you don't know what a flute is, it's a long instrument you breathe into, and there's little holes on there that you manipulate with your fingers to change the sounds of it. So Sally was playing her flute, and so let's draw her flute. And each flute has 10 holes. So draw your flutes, draw 10 holes on each flute. So that means there's 20 holes in total. Now Sally was covering 16 holes on her flute. So I'm going to use a different color, that way it can help you visualize what I'm saying. So 16 holes. So you need to figure out, using this, what is the most efficient math way to cover 16 holes. So I just covered my first flute, which I knew was 10 holes, but I counted, actually I whisper counted and thought in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that only covers 10 holes. And Sally said she covered 16 holes. So remember, if we're thinking about this in number bond way, we know the total number of holes has to be 16. So I have 10. What's the next flute? What's the bottom flute part gonna cover? How many am I gonna cover there to get to the total of 16 holes? So 10, I can shortcut it, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many did I cover here? If I don't know 10 and what makes 6, 16, I could just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that Sally covered 10 holes on the top flute and 6 holes on the bottom part of the flute to make a total of 16 holes covered. Okay, awesome job, guys. Our last thing is our problem set. So you're gonna watch this video, then you're gonna watch the supplemental video that's talking more about our 10 way of counting, or say 10 counting, and practicing that, and then you'll do the problem set. But I'm going to show you what to do now. So you're on lesson 5, page 67, and it's more of counting and practicing this. Circle 10 things, touch and count the say 10 way, count your 10 ones first, put a check over the loose ones. So the ones that are not in the circle, so if I want to do that with the flute, whoops. So here's my circle, right? I circled 10 ones, and then I would put a check on the loose ones, right? It's a little bit different, but the loose ones get the check mark. Okay, so let's get started. I'll do one example, and then we'll go over the other pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to circle my first group of 10 umbrellas. And then I'm going to put a check on the loose ones. 1, 2, 3. 10, 3. Now you need to go over here and find the one that says 10, 3. And it's spelled out, the number 10, T-E-N, and the number 1, O-N-E. And then it's also written as numerals 10, 1. So I'm not looking for 10, 1, I'm looking for 10, 3. So I'll draw a line to connect the 10, 3 umbrellas to the word 10, 3. Okay, and then do the same thing with the kittens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I circled 10 kittens. Now I need to put a check on the loose ones, the ones that are not included in the circle of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the kittens equals 10, 4. So I'll draw a line to 10, 4. Okay, awesome. Now on page 68, or the next page, yeah, 68. You just fill in the sentences. And the first couple, there's some done for you. 10 and 1, 10 and 2. And you're going in order. 10 and, yes, 3. 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9, 10 and 10. And really practice reading your sight word and. It will help. Okay? Then we have page 69, which is the challenge homework page. This one is the hardest page, I think. It's a little bit confusing. So you want to look in the center column, and you're going to do before and after. So kind of how sometimes I say, what day is today? Friday. Yesterday, before this was Thursday, and tomorrow will be Saturday, after. So before and after. So the first one is 10 and 4. Before that is 10 and 3. After that is 10 and 5. The next one, 10 and 1. So what comes before 10 and 1 would be 10 and 1. Or what comes before 10 and 2, sorry, is 10 and 1. And then what comes after is 10 and 3. So it's just counting our number that comes before and after. Before and after. 10 and 5. What comes before 10 and 5? Yeah, 10 and 4. And now we have 10 and 4, 10 and 5. What would be next? What's after that is 10 and 6. Okay? Keep going and see if you can figure out the last 3. This is definitely the most challenging because you have to think of what comes before and what after. Before, after, and you're building your numbers up like that. Okay, and I think that is our last page. Yep, the next one is for Monday, lesson 6. Okay, bye. Happy Friday.